bowling shirt was a guzzle on the starboard, talking religion and politics for all the world to hear. They ought to send you back to Russia, boy, or New York City, one. You just want to doodle a Christian girl and you kill God's only son. I said, has it occurred to you, you nerd, that that's not very nice? We Jews believe it was Santa Claus that killed Jesus Christ. You know, you don't look Jewish, he said, near as I could figure. I had you lamped for a slightly anemic and well-dressed country nigger. Oh, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. They don't turn the other cheek the way they done before. He started in to shout and spitting on the floor. Lord, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. He says, now I ain't a racist, but Aristotle-Onassis is one Greek we don't need. Them niggers, Jews, and Sigma News, all they ever do is breed. And wops and mix and slopes and spicks and spooks are on my list. And there's one little heap from the heart of Texas. There anyone amen? You know, folks, when I used to sing this many years ago at the Lone Star Cafe, back when Christ was a cowboy, when doctors drove Buicks, when the redneck in the bar said, is there anyone amazed? My old pal John Walsh, large, drunken albino, would stand up and shout, albinos! And there was a black manager at the club named Lee Frazier. And we would close the song with Lee Frazier, John Walsh, and me, all singing a cappella the last chorus of the song, kind of a brotherhood in action kind of thing. And then as I traveled around the country, an interesting thing started happening. There would always be one person who really had their hip card punched in every crowd. You could be in Seattle. Somebody would shout, albinos. Just one or two. The rest of the audience wouldn't know what they were talking about. So they'd been to New York and seen the show, or in the great folk tradition, word had filtered to them about John Walsh shouting albino. This went on for years. And then finally, less and less did people shout albinos, and finally one day it disappeared altogether. The story has a happy ending. I think Shelby Coffey saved John Walsh. Shelby threw him a lifeline, gave him a job there, and John had terrific talent. And all he needed was a break, and Shelby gave him one. That's my understanding. And the story has a happy ending since John is one of the top executives of the ESPN television networks today. I think you can say he's the most influential albino in America today. So, this is a kind of old singer-songwriter technique where you tell a long, laborious story in the middle of a song, and then you see if you can still come back and save the song. Well, I hits him with everything I had right square between the eyes. I says, I'm gonna get you, you son of a bitch, you spouting that pack of lies. If there's one thing I can't abide, it's an ethnocentric racist. Now you take back that shit you said about Aristotle-Onassis. All they ain't making Jews Jesus anymore. We don't turn the other cheek the way we done before. You could hear that honky holler as he hit that hardwood floor. Lord, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. Everybody in Washington. Oh, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. They ain't making carpenters who know what nails are for. Well, the whole damn place was singing as I strolled right out the door. Jesus loves you can be very comforting words unless you hear them in a Mexican prison. They ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore.